Hey everybody, it's Ms. Ladd again, and I am here to bring you a quick tutorial on relational databases. What you see here on the screen is the IMDb Top 250 Movies. And what you see here is the list of the first 10. Now, you can see that I haven't populated all of the pieces of data yet. We have a table here that is of movies, and it's ID, title, year, actor ID, genre, rating, and summary. So these are the columns of data. This ID column is called the primary key, and what it does is it has each row of data have its own unique identifier. So that's the ID. There's the title. Sometimes more than one movie that have the same title name. But having this unique ID allows us to grab a specific movie by its ID rather than by its name or its year or who's acting in it. Okay. I'm going to show you a couple of things. First off, you can get your data from someplace like this, for example. I'm going to go ahead and just add in 12 Angry Men on my Google Sheet. This is how I would do it. So I just go ahead and go over here, get the pop-up window, and here we have Henry Fonda is our leading man, so we will put him into our actor database. When we do, he's going to have an ID of 5. So I'll show you that in just a moment. And the type of genre, well, we could pick crime, we could pick drama. I'll just go ahead and put crime. So I'll just grab this summary from the entry. So now this whole row has been filled out. And we could just go back and do the other ones as well. I'll show you Henry Fonda. Let's go click on Henry Fonda and we'll insert his data into the table on code.org. So one of the things that you can do is you can go over here to File, Download. We're going to export comma separated values. And there we go, save that. So when I go back to code.org, I can create a new table name. I'll call it movies. And, I can go in here and just individually make all the different columns. But if I've already done it in Google Sheets, then all I have to do is hit this Import CSV button. And I'm going to go to my desktop. And there's my movies CSV that I had downloaded from Google Sheets. Hit open. Yes. And now you can see I have all of the same columns: title, year, actor ID, genre, rating, summary, and then there's all of the data associated with that database so far. I can go in here. Let me pull this out so you can see it a little bit better. Let us do the same thing with our actors table, and then I'll show you how to update or add information directly from there. So let's go back to the data, see where it says back to data. I can add a new table called actors. Add. And as I said before, you can just go in here and just add a new column, add a new column, add a new column, and you can just click on this to rename it. Rename, divert, delete, convert to string, number, or Boolean. There's only 3 types of data allowed into these tables for code.org. Other databases have other types of values that you can insert into these. But hey, strings, numbers, and Booleans cover a fair amount of good pieces of data. All right. So let me go ahead and go back over here. I'm going to go to my actors table. I'm going to go ahead and File, Download, CSV. and just save it on the desktop. Now, go back to table creation. And I'll just go ahead and import a CSV. So the actors, go ahead and say yes. So now you can see I've got, the same pieces of data that I had before. If I need to add a new row, I can do that. So for example, I'm going to want to add Henry Fonda. Henry, Fonda. And his birthday is May 16, 1905. So I could just copy that, right? We'll talk about that in a minute. Where was he born? Grand Island, Hall, Nebraska. Try that again. Grand Island, Nebraska. I think it went to a different page while I wasn't looking, but that's okay. Okay, did he have a different birth name? Well, we can get his full name right here. Okay, and then here is a, the mini bio is really quite long, but we should just take a few minutes or a few pieces of information and put that into their bio. Once you have this all filled out, you can just hit add row. Oh, value must be Boolean number string. So, all right, good to know. If we import from a CSV file, we don't have to worry about these quotes. So now we just have to kind of go back through here and, all right, these are all strings pretty much. So this way we make sure that these are all proper strings by putting quotes on them. So now we can go ahead and say add row, and that'll add a row. This will, Henry Fonda has the ID of 5. So if we go back to the movies table, we put in this ID expecting that that was going to be there. So now movies, our 5th movie is 12 Angry Men, and it stars the actor with the ID of number 5. So let me talk a little bit about what's called the foreign key. That's what this column of data represents, where it says actor ID. So here I have my 2 tables, and they're columns, even though they're oriented towards rows right now. But those are the columns of data that we have. So actor ID in the movies table matches up to the ID of the actor in the actors table. And this is how we would create a relational database. So this is what's called the foreign key. Actor ID is the foreign key. It references an ID in a different table. So you can see here's some of the data, right? I just added Henry Fonda. We had Christian Bale here before, et cetera, et cetera. So we can see where everybody is. Christian Bale. Let me go grab a thing here. This points to that, right? And 4 would allow us to get things like Al Pacino, who was born on this date, who was born, born in this location, maybe a link to a page that could dynamically populate some information about Al Pacino. And we can see these kinds of principles right here in the same space. So if I go back, here's 12 Angry Men. If I click here, I'm going to get information about that movie in specific. There's all kinds of stuff here. We've got the thumbnail and other things like that. So if I click on this little eye icon, this gives me a little synopsis, right? It gives me the summary. It gives me the name of the movie. It gives me who's in it, etc., etc. And this is all powered by a database. So we're just going to make a miniature version of that. So here's foreign key, right? This 4 refers to this 4. This 3 refers to this 3, and so on and so forth. So I hope that helps you visualize or see kind of how these things work together. Okay, so other thing I want to show you while I'm here is that you can export to CSV. So you can edit these individually. You can import a table that you just made. You can export to CSV. Hit that, and that's what it's going to be called. Hit save. But this is the kind of data that you would use for your table in your project. If you have any questions about relational databases at this point, please let me know, and I will be happy to help you understand. In the meanwhile, happy coding, everyone.